Holy smoky sitting, it's official. No joke. It finally occurred for XRP when BlackRock's CEO received this news. He probably fainted, and Michael Saylor is up to something intriguing again. Hey, lovely individuals. The market is going up and down a lot. Bitcoin has gone up more than 120,000 times since it first came out. We have officially seen XRP cross over $3 and then go back a little. We'll chat about what's going on in the market. What can we expect this week? And we'll speak about the newest news about BlackRock, Trump, and everything else. It's time for Crypto Week to start. All I want from you is a big smile to send out those nice feelings. Smash the like button because it's free to like things. While you hit the like button, I'm going to fan myself a little bit. By the way, only VIPs can see the likes. If you're a VIP, check out right now. If the like works for you, that implies I added you to the VIPs. Alright, don't say I don't spoil you folks. Let's get started. XRP is worth $2.94 right now, and the change is 3.95% for the day. It did get over $3. You can see that it happened earlier this morning, and then it came back, crossed again, and then came back again. And it's fascinating to notice that XRP is bouncing between the support and resistance levels of 291 and 3. You can see that right now, but this is happening at the same time, especially the most recent pullback. This pullback happened at the same time as Bitcoin's pullback, which climbed up to 123,214 and then back down to 119,200. When Bitcoin achieves this, you'll probably ask, what does Bitcoin have to do with the rest of the altcoin market? But when Bitcoin drops by 3.25%, it can have a big effect on the rest of the market. It may move up 5 or 6% for the rest of the market. So we need to keep in mind that there will be volatility. And I told John, and I would utilize this in the next video. Exclaimed, holy smoke, it ain't no joke, don't go broke. It's time to pay attention, right? It's time to pay attention. There will be a lot of ups and downs. You know, certain assets are going to have big days. Some assets are going to enjoy a good day, but then they will slow down. H-bar moved a lot, just like it did yesterday. And today, it's even going back a little bit. We saw XLM have a couple great days, but now it's going back down a little bit. So there will still be highs and lows in the market. So we need to keep that in mind. If you want to use leverage to make money off of the changes, our partner BTCC will let you do that. If you use my link to sign up, you'll earn a 10% bonus on your first 500 USDs investment and the chance to get up to $10,000 in extra bonuses for each user. But please be careful when you trade. I've made a lot of money, and you know, we've done great in the last day, but I've lost a lot of money before and learned from my mistakes. You need to be very careful, though leverage can make you lose a lot of money. So please be careful when you trade. Also, make sure that it's available in your country and that you're all above board. Sometimes banks won't accept crypto from certain exchanges. If you're trying to return it to fiat, be sure your banks or wherever you're trying to do it operate with BTCC. Also, make sure that in certain countries, it doesn't matter where it comes from. Pump fund, hyperliquid. You know, it's all fine. It's a problem in some countries. Even though BTCC has been operating for 13 years, we've seen exchanges fall out of business, close, and even go bankrupt. So, read the user agreement and know what the dangers and rewards are. And if you trade real money instead of using the demo account, I'll get a cut. Thanks for that. If we look at the market for altcoins, the Alcoa market has lately stopped going down for several months, right? This light blue diagonal, this one here, right? I don't know if you can see it on your phones. I realize that a lot of you watch on your phones. The macro Alcoa market cap rejection from 425 billion resistance, the BlackRock to have a substantially smaller 61% correction than the 69% and 85% corrections that came before it. A sign that 425 billion is weak is important. Starting as a point of rejection, okay. It will be extremely fascinating to see if we can get back to this 425 billion zone, and if it can break out, because that's what we desire. That will be the golden goose. That means that outs are going very well. So that's something we need to keep an eye on in the future. Alright, we heard Trump talk and the market listened. If you've been following the channel for a time, you know I enjoy the term Trump giveth and Trump taketh away. That's way. What does this mean? It indicates that Trump will sometimes give us good days, unfortunately, and sometimes he gives us horrible days. He might say something and the market goes up, or he can say something and the market goes down. That's why I'll never tell you to purchase, to sell, or to keep, because I don't know what he's going to do, or how he's going to change. And of course, this isn't financial advice. Always conduct your own research before you invest. He says, Trump, I go on TV, and the market goes crazy. Just talking about it makes it move. People said that a former White House official said that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies would be worth $20 trillion after the market structure bill passed. A lot is going to change, okay? And today is the start of the crypto week. Just joking. I'm sorry. My heartburn is functioning. What's wrong? Uh-oh. Acting up? Acting up. The U.S. Senate Banking Committee wants a clear set of rules to help become the U.S. the world's crypto capital. A lot is going to change in crypto policy. Stay tuned. Let's hear it. But I want to speed it up a little bit more. Okay, if you're already watching me at 1.5, slow it down. Slow it down. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for hosting this hearing and for letting us talk about digital assets. There wasn't much here when I got here 4.5 years ago. Expertise about digital assets. There was fear, to the extent that there was fear, because it was something that people didn't know much about and still don't know much about in some circumstances. But the industry has changed and developed, and now it is a major player in our economy. In fact, we now see one digital asset company not only make it onto the S&P 500, but it also comes in at number 135 on the list. This is how big the company is. We see a lot of businesses going public this year that work in the digital asset business. Still, we've seen other countries get ahead of the US when it comes to setting clear rules for digital assets. When these industries have trouble figuring out what rules they need to follow, we've let regulatory agencies that don't like this asset utilize their powers, such enforcement actions, to create a regulatory mess, not getting clear instructions from the regulatory agencies they have to follow and aspire to follow. So, at last, an industry is coming and asking for rules. We know the laws of the road, therefore we can use this amazing new technology to improve our economy. And now is the time, Mr. Chairman. I'm very glad you understand how crucial it is for the United States to be a leader in this area. So, once more, we witness the crypto market history. Going forward, creating a clear regulatory framework. This is exactly what crypto wanted. Hey, at first it was like the Wild West, right? But then we realized that there would have to be rules. If we wanted it to be real, there can't be no rules. The government can't leave it alone. So, we went from the Wild West to the Middle Ages, right? Because they were simply going on witch hunts, right? So that's not the Middle Ages, it's after that, right? We recently had witch hunts, and now we're in the Industrial Revolution, right? That's a great analogy. On the back, and now we're witnessing the following phase. And maybe in 10 years, in the year 2000, we'll be there. If you've seen the old Conan O'Brien show, you know what I'm talking about. It will be very interesting to observe what happens in Washington this week during Crypto Week. Very, very intriguing. And this astonished me, and I'm sure it shocked the CEO of BlackRock as well. If you had told him this news was coming 2 or 3 years ago, he would have probably passed out. Yes, let's listen. Hold on, it's time for some technical problems. I think it's a little soft, so either turn me up or be extremely quiet and listen.